Hi, I am your instructor for this session. This video is useful to all who are new to Agile. In this session, we are going to talk about Agile Manifesto, its values and principles. So, let us start to learn more. Here is the story of Agile Manifesto. In early 2001, against the backdrop of the Wasatch Mountains, in Snowbird, Utah, 17 people met to discuss the future of software development. The group's members shared a frustration about the current state of affairs and the challenges in software development world. The problem, they agreed, was that the companies were so focused on excessively planning and documenting their software development cycles. They lost sight of what really mattered, that is, pleasing their customers. Though the companies were talking about excellence and integrity, there was no guidance to the software developers towards a better way. They needed to change. Many of the Snowbird 17 already had ideas about how to guide the way in software development's new era. The Agile Manifesto emerged from this extended weekend at just 68 words, and the short and sweet document went on to change software development forever. In the nearly 2 decades since its creation, these words have been embraced in varying degrees by countless individuals, teams, and companies. Here is a summary of challenges faced by the traditional development. To address these challenges, the Agile Manifesto outlines 4 values and 12 principles for the teams to follow. Let us see the core values of Agile first. In these slides, we will talk about 4 core values of Agile software development as stated by the Agile Manifesto. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools. This means to value people more highly than processes or tools. It is the people who respond to business needs and drive the development process. If we focus the process or the tools to drive development, the team is less responsive to change and less likely to meet customer needs. Let us take an example of communication and see how it changes for individuals versus processes. In the case of individuals, communication is fluid and happens when a need arises. In the case of process, communication is scheduled and requires specific content. Working software over comprehensive documentation. In the traditional way of software development, enormous time was spent on documenting the product for development and delivery. There was an extensive list of documents which included technical and requirement specifications, system specifications, interface design documents, test plans, project plans, and approvals required for each. Agile does not eliminate documentation, but it streamlines it in a form that gives the developer what is needed to do the work without getting worried about precise details. Agile documents requirements as user stories, which are sufficient for a software developer to begin the task of building a new function. The Agile Manifesto values documentation, but it values working software more. Third value, customer collaboration over contract negotiation. With the traditional development models, customers negotiate the requirements for the product, often in great detail, prior to any work starting. This meant the customer was involved in the process of development before development began and after it was completed, but not during the process. The Agile Manifesto describes a customer who is engaged and collaborates throughout the development process and delivery. This makes it far easier for development to meet their needs of the customer. Agile methods may include the customer at intervals for periodic demos. The fourth value is responding to changeover, following a plan. Traditional software development regarded change as an expense, so it was to be avoided. The intention was to develop detailed, elaborate plans, with a defined set of features. So there was a little room to make changes, and if changes to be included, it needed a lot of documentation and approvals. With Agile, it is a short iteration, which means priorities can be shifted from iteration to iteration and new features can be added into the next iteration. Agile view is that changes always improve a project, changes provide additional value. Agile methodologies allow the Agile team to modify the process and make it fit. In these slides, we will talk about 12 principles based on the Agile Manifesto. In short, it covers the points showed on the screen. Customer satisfaction. Welcome to requirement changes. Working software in shorter timescales. Working together. Motivated individuals. Face-to-face meetings. Working software. Sustainable development. Continuous attention and good design. Simplicity is essential. Self-organizing teams. Improve, adjust and tune at regular intervals. Let us see these principles in detail in the following slides. The highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The point to be noted, customer satisfaction is given highest priority. This will happen only when you deliver value to the customer. It is also important that the customer expects valuable software through early and continuous delivery. Customers are happier when they receive working software at regular intervals, rather than waiting extended periods of time between releases. Agile welcomes changing requirements. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. Unlike other methodologies, Agile welcomes changes in the requirements given by the customer. Customers change their minds. The competitive landscape shifts. New and better technology goes live. There are tons of reasons why you need flexibility in your requirements, instead of trudging forward with a plan that could lead to budget waste and obsolete technology at launch. Agile allows the changes in requirements which gives customers competitive advantage. Deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter timescale. Agile framework and processes accommodate this principle since the team operates in software sprints or iterations that ensure regular delivery of working software. Business people and developers must work together daily throughout the project. It means that the better decisions are made when the business and technical team are aligned. Build projects around motivated individuals. Give them the environment and support they need, and trust them to get the job done. It means that the motivated teams are more likely to deliver their best work than unhappy teams. The most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. It means that the communication is more successful when development teams are co-located and talk to each other face-to-face. Working software is the primary measure of progress. It means that delivering functional software to the customer is the ultimate factor that measures progress. To face. Agile processes promote sustainable development. The sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. It means that the teams establish a repeatable and maintainable speed at which they can deliver working software, and they repeat it with each release. Continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. It means that the right skills and good design ensures the team can maintain the pace, constantly improve the product, and sustain change. Simplicity is essential. It means that the amount of time where work isn't being done needs to be reduced. The best architectures, requirements, and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. It means that the skilled and motivated team members who have decision-making power, take ownership, communicate regularly with other team members, and share ideas that deliver quality products and services. At regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly.